All right, we're here with Codie Shuffield. He's TCB Fights promoter, owner, and he's also the co-main event tomorrow night for the Elvis Fest, June 10th. It's at the Cadence Bank Arena in Tupelo, Mississippi. How you doing, Codie Shuffield?
Man, doing good. How you doing?
Doing well. Tomorrow night you're going to be fighting Cass Poe. You're returning to the ring as a fighter. You've been promoting for a few years, training some guys up, making it hard. Now, what's your thoughts on your opponent for tomorrow night and getting back in the ring?
Well, my opponent pulled out on the fight, and now I'm fighting Chad Gaston. So we switched up Amos McLeod. Cass Poe called me out in March at the Henry Armstrong Classic, and then now the week of the fight he pulled out of the fight. So now we got Chad Gaston, and much respect for him for taking the fight. He was already on the card with Amos, and we're looking for Amos an opponent for anybody out there that wants to fight a pro debut.
What weight class?
It's heavyweight. He's
heavyweight.
Bridgerweight, 225 and under, but nobody knows Bridgerweight, so just heavyweight. We're looking for anybody.
Okay, 10-4. So on the event, this is what, your third Elvis Fest event? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they keep getting better and better. What is your expectations for this event for tomorrow night as a whole, coming from the promoter side of it?
Man, we've stacked the card up. Me and Grady and Ben Parrish have worked really well on this card and have been working hard putting it together. We've got, Riley Manning has been in the game for a long time as an amateur, in and out. Him and his brother were both have been in UFM, and he's making his pro debut. They say that he's been screwed over more than any other amateur, so he's going pro and getting baptized. And that's what you do. You get your experience as an amateur. Going back to that, I've been thinking about it for a while on this card. Dustin the Puma has a guy, Matthew Melton, who got in with a bad coach. For all you guys out there that are interested in getting into combat sports, vet your coach. You want to get you a good coach. Go into it with your eyes wide open. Because a bad coach will put you in some bad situations. This guy kind of got screwed over as an amateur, and his coach signed him up for a pro fight with a guy who ended up being 11-0 now, but he's kind of at a weird weight. He's 104 pounds, but I got him matched up with C.J. Randall on an exhibition, being it is that he is a pro and has a pro record. He can't go back as an amateur now.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, he can't do USA boxing, and the weight he's at, he would do really well at USA boxing at 104 pounds. But we got him in there with CJ and going to test his mettle and see what he's about, and then after that we'll go from there with him.
Sounds good. Give us your thoughts on Nelson Browning and Charles Bennett in the main event.
Man, it's a big fight. Charles Bennett came in and needed to get back in the ring, and Nelson was kind of on the fence about it. This is being 2 weeks out, and I was like, Nelson, this is do or die. You can go in there with a legend. And he's like, from that moment, he was like, all right, I'm in. And it's stylistically a really good matchup because Nelson's a very good boxer. He's going to stab, jab, use his footwork, use his angles, use the fact that Charles hadn't been in the boxing ring, so we'll see how it plays out. But Charles, on the same token, is going to go out there and swing for the fences like we know Charles does.
Yeah, Charles is bringing a lot of experience. Probably 20 years worth of experience of fighting.
22 is what he said.
22 years of professional fighting at that.
Yeah, he's probably the only person that's had more experience than me, Ben, and Grady. He's had over 100 fights.
Added together.
Yeah,
and this is Nelson's second pro fight, correct?
In and out of the ring.
I'd be willing to say he's got us beating street fights, probably.
Yeah, Charles Bennett.
I might wager on that he does have us beat.
I don't know. Not both put together. But,
yeah, that would be a tough sell.
Separately.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, ask Candelay though.
Yeah,
but he's very willing.
Yeah,
that's for sure. He's very willing.
I will say this: if Vandelay told me to get out the room, I'd have been like, "Yes, sir."
All right, man. So, deal.
Yeah. The axe murderer. So, but Charles, Charles swung for the fences, so that's what he's gonna do. That's his game plan on anything, I think.
Oh, looking forward to it. So tomorrow night, you think people should start rolling around 4 o'clock? I think that's what the matchmaker Ben Parrish said. 4 o'clock.
I'd come in. Fair Park's going to have the food trucks over there. You can go if you're already going to be dressed up, so go by Fair Park Grill. Go over there to the Elvis Fest and check that out. And
I try to remind everybody that when we do this event, like I fought on the first one, and this is a festival for a reason. So like they have a lot of stuff to do, not just the boxing matches. This is the night. Like, so get out during the day. Come down Main Street.
Come check it out.
Check some stuff out.
Check out beautiful downtown Tupelo.
That's right. And then we got, at 5 o'clock, the VIPs are going to be able to come in to the VIP lounge, and we're going to have a cigar cutting, tasting, lighting. They're going to teach people how to, cut them and why you would cut them this way. And this is a certain cigar and, stuff like that.
And that's included with the VIP tickets for this event?
That is included with the VIP tickets. And you can buy an upcharge. And if you've bought a $60 ticket and you come to the door and you want to my mom will be out there, and it's a family endeavor. So my mom and dad and Stormy will be out there to give you another ticket if you need it.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? So you could, for an upcharge for the $100 from the $60 just regular general admission ticket, not only do you get into the fights with better seats, you also get to go to the lounge with a cigar tasting, drink tasting. So make sure you take advantage of that opportunity and enjoy yourself tomorrow night.
And dress your best.
Yeah.
Yes, dress your best. We'll also have a backdrop set up. Make sure you stop by there and take pictures. That way you can show off. That's what this event's about. Show up and show out.
Yeah, be flashy like Elvis.
And I heard that's why the dude Codie was fighting and coming, because he's ugly. He couldn't dress his best. He didn't want to embarrass himself.
Old Cass. Yeah, Cass is a bitch.
Yeah. Sorry, Cass. But yeah.
Well, that's the sad thing about this sport. I was talking to somebody. You got all these tough guys, but a lot of them are prima donnas. They're not really. They want to be on Facebook as a fighter. They want to say they're a fighter.
They like the idea of it.
Yeah.
But they don't really like to fight.
You got to be a fighter. It's a lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna do it and go pro, you might as well do it all the way. So don't be a bitch all your life.
You heard it there from the man himself, Codie Shuffield. Codie, thank you for your time.
Man, thank you.
Any last words?
Man, just, there's other fights on here that I'm super excited about. One of them is going to be a sleeper fight. It's going to be Alex Baxton versus Tyler Williams. Be sure to check that one out. And, I just come in, dress your best, and have fun.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, Saturday, June 10th in Tupelo, Mississippi, TCB Fights decked out Elvis Fest. Show up at 4 o'clock and show out.
That's right.